Hello friends and my lovely viewers. Welcome back to the channel of Neon Safe. Today we will discuss which traits to place on our Umbra champions. Let's get started.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. I'm tired of shit.
The female champion of our Umbra clan is a long-distance marksman type of damage dealer. I can imagine her possibly thriving the best in the back row or mid row, according to her skills and main role in battle. The front row may become too risky for her, but this all depends on the team and how she functions on the battlefield. She could also do nicely in the front row because of the effects of her passive skill. Her passive skill mentions that she will retreat in the opposite direction of the enemy if she gets too close, and she will knock the enemy back and deal some damage. So placing her in the front row could also work in our favor, but this is just a theory though. Anyways, as for her traits, we may want to start by placing Brutal on her. A level 22 Brutal trait increases the strength by 45%. Her amount of strength determines the damage output in pretty much all of her skills, so this trait will be very important to have on our champion. The next trait we may consider to place on her is Aggressive. A level 18 aggressive trait increases the strength by 1.69% for each attack made, and it can go up to 20%. I believe she may benefit massively from this trait because of the 60% attack speed buff in her passive skill. She also has the ultimate skill effect, which multiplies the normal attack into 3 attacks instead of 1. I don't know for sure if it will quicken up the process of our aggressive trait, but it would be really cool if it does. Next up, I personally believe we may select the trait called Honorable to increase her durability in battle. A level 22 Honorable trait will buff her total damage reduction by 25%. This trait helps her last for longer in battle, and we may prevent an insta-kill from happening. Honorable doesn't make her immortal though, but it is great having an extra layer of protection. As for the last trait, we may place something like, for instance, Fierce. Normally I would suggest Steadfast, but she already has a shield buff going on in her passive skill. That shield buff is based on how much damage she deals and if she hits a stunned enemy. So we may try to increase her damage output further by placing this Fierce trait on her. But do keep in mind we should test her in battle first to see how efficient the passive skill is from before. If it totally sucks and rarely ever places a shield on her, then we may not want to buff her up further with the Fierce trait. For those who wonder, a level 22 Fierce will increase her total damage by 25%. These are just my own thoughts and personal opinions, by the way. But feel free to let us know in the comments section below which traits you believe may work well on her. Let us move on to our male Umbra. The male of this clan has the warrior role, but functions pretty much like a tank in my opinion. He is obsessed with protecting allies and buffing the number 1 highest strength teammate. Therefore I suggest we try out either the very front row or the mid row for him. Anyways, as for his traits, we may want to buff his strength by placing Brutal on him. A level 22 Brutal trait increases his strength by 45%. Same as with the female champion of this clan, he is reliant on strength in almost all of his skills. I think only the passive skill doesn't have anything linked with his strength. The second trait I'd recommend placing on this champion is the one called Aggressive. He is very reliant on strength to properly utilize the potential of his skills. So a level 18 aggressive trait will for each attack increase the strength by 1.69%, and this goes up to a max percentage of 20%. The only concern I have is if he launches attacks at a slow pace. We need him to be speedy for this trait to truly work wonders. So I feel a little bit unsure in a way, but at the same time I cannot really find any better options at the moment. The next trait we may consider is Honorable, which increases the total damage reduction by 25% at level 22. I personally am suggesting this one because we need him to be durable, especially since he is a short-range type of champion. We wouldn't want him to get knocked out instantly within the first seconds of battle. So Honorable is very often a great option to have on most champions. Lastly, we may want to try out Steadfast for him. A level 18 Steadfast trait gives our champion a 5-second shield that absorbs damage equal to 177.1% of our champion's strength. This trait only activates when our champion takes skill damage, and it has a cooldown of 6 seconds. Our male Umbra is already very dependent on strength, which makes this trait useful. He also has a great chance of taking skill damage from enemies, since he is very upfront and protective in battle. And if he takes skill damage, then this steadfast trait will activate, and make him even more durable in battle. With everything said and done, these are just my own personal opinions, and you may choose other traits or placements in battle if you want to. There could be other combinations of traits that are more compatible with your overall team composition. We have to keep in mind that each situation is unique, and our champions may do really well together with one specific champion, while they may perform horribly in a different team comp. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to ask questions or share your ideas of trait comps with us in the comments section below. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you would like to take part in our giveaways, or if you would like to keep up with our future contents. We highly appreciate your support and contribution. Have an amazing day, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, stay foxy, adios, bye.